I really ran and got it out the mud. I seen turn.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Pistons hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
Kate getting up that time.
And Brent, what about the play of Cunningham?
Well, he had a solid first year in the league, especially with the added pressure of being the #1 pick. Kind of a tough situation playing in Detroit for a team that's exploring a lot of young talent. So not only do you have to perform, you have to find a way to lead. And I think the expectations around Kate Cunningham were fulfilled for the Detroit Pistons.
Here's Cunningham. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Nice ball movement by Detroit. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Defense making it pretty easy for Kate Cunningham here. You can't leave someone wide open on this team.
Edwards looking it over. Bagley with the block. To the inside. And Duran slams it in.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. Burks in the corner. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, earlier I spoke with Dwayne Casey. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's McDaniels driving inside. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Over to the left wing. Right side, Bogdanovich. Connects from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Now Detroit moving it up. Works for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Alec Burks is at over a decade in the league. One of the more reliable guards that we have.
At some point, I believe that Alec Burks is going to be on the team that's doing bigger things. Because of that consistency, he's going to become a more valuable piece. I mean, he shoots it well from 3. He got his big contract in 2021, but it hasn't changed that consistency that he plays with.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Bounce pass from Burks. Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Conley with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Conley. It's stolen by Bagley. And finished off by Wiseman.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Here's Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on James Wiseman. And a breakdown here, guys. Distance.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals and transition.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 11. Basket counts.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Now here's Hayes. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Stewart in the corner. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Edwards, that's good.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Now here's Diallo. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Pass to Stewart. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. Minnesota making a switch here.
13 foul.
102 left to play in the first quarter. High post Stewart. And it's Hayes in the corner. 4 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pass to Towns. Now here's Conley. Guarded by Stewart. Towns down low. That shot off the mark. And Detroit the other way now. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Hayes. Pistons passing it around. Here's Diallo. Stewart trying to get open. The layup off target. Conley feeling it out. There's McDaniels. What a performance for Bojan Bogdanovich. He has been the story for the Detroit Pistons. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Now, here's Bagley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Working around the rim, Bagley a tough cover there because of his quickness.
Good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Cunningham looking it over. And Jalen Noel picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Team second. Substitution.
Pass to Burks. The 3. Rebound, Minnesota. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Now, here's Cunningham. Back to Burks. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Cunningham. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Towns. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Outside Bagley. It's Prince on the wing. Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
It's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Cunningham for 3. And they recover it. He takes it in. Here's Diallo. Another shot. Reed with the rebound. And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
Now, here's Cunningham. He has 5. Pistons passing it around. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
So both teams making some changes here.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Detroit, no good that time either. Out to Edwards. And no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Down low. Pass to Hayes. Back to Wiseman. Now here's Hayes. No points in the game yet for him. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Timberwolves substitution.
And here's Edwards. He's got 6. And there's 1:45 left in the first half.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
He misses the free throw.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
And the dunk by Stewart.
And Stewart, even though he's built a little stocky, can get up off the deck, that time with a huge jam.
It's Edwards on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter. And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Now Hayes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Burks. And it's Hayes in the corner. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Conley's shot is off.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And it's Stewart, top of the key. Detroit, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Gobert. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Gobert's got his first 2 points of the night. And it's Hayes in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either. Pass to Conley. High post, Gobert. Over Wiseman. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Here's Bogdanovich. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Minnesota. Burks on the wing. Lets it go with the three. Knocks down the three ball. And the Pistons lead by 5.
Well, there are a myriad of reasons why Cade Cunningham went first overall in the draft, but his incredible passing is certainly at the top of the list.
Pass to Burks. Cunningham with it. Now defended by Gobert. Shot's good by Durant.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
They get it again. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Back to Burks. No one near him. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
A three from Bogdanovich.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those ones.
And the first one drops.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Bogdanovich left side. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Bogdanovich has got 12 points in the game. It's stolen by Bagley. Now Detroit moving it up. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Cunningham on the wing. The Pistons working the ball around now. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. 4-point game. Second chance shot. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got his third basket of the night.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Cunningham with it. Conley picks him up. Pass to Burks. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. teams will make substitutions.
For your Pistons, dance team. Substitution on the floor.
Here's Wiseman. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
It's tough because you want to bump Wiseman and you want to be physical, but he's long as well, and so that range, that helps him too.
Now here is Conley. Anderson outside. Second shot opportunity. Here's Prince. That shot missing. Cunningham with some nice D. Pass to Hayes. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Towns. Driving to the basket. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Now Hayes. And here's Stewart. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Good on the three-point shot. Cunningham's got 8.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Stewart with the steal. Pistons leading by 6. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Timberwolves trailed by 6. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
To the wing right side. .109 left to play in the third. And it's Hayes in the corner. 5 to shoot. Fires, high post. And again, Cunningham missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Back to Towns. Prince outside. It's Cunningham with the rebound. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. Here's Hayes. The kick out to Cunningham. Looking to get back on track here. Pass to Wiseman. And Prince comes to help. The shot by Stewart with no one around. Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
And Wiseman just has that great rebounding range to be in there and make something happen for a second chance bucket.
Prince outside. Over Wiseman. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so is Detroit in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Detroit leading by 8. And it's Bagley in the corner. Pass to Burks. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And it's Bagley in the corner. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Marvin Bagley, and that's good. Bagley's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pistons. Here's Gobert. Here's Prince. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pass to Burks. Launches it. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And although he's bounced around the league, Austin Rivers has been a valuable role player throughout his career.
Well, there's stuff that you rely upon with Austin in terms of being a pesky defender and just his competitive nature. Yeah, he plays a couple of positions, but it's really that, for him to go out and compete, which is something he still does at a high level.
Wow, well, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
And he ends up missing both free throws.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Misses the three. Timberwolves trail by 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gobert can't hit. Pass to Bagley. In the corner, it's Diallo. Here's Bogdanovich for three.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Edwards. Gobert. And there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Edwards inside. Shoots over Burks. Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Cunningham for three. No good on that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. It's stolen by Bagley. Cunningham with it. Conley picks him up. Pass to Burks. Cunningham outside. Burks in the corner. Lock at 6. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's the break. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And slam dunk by Gobert. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 17 rebounds.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Still a solid point guard this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Pass to Duran. Right wing. Burks in the corner. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Gets it down to single digits.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Kept alive. Here's Duran. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to Reed. To the middle. Got a piece of it. There's McDaniels. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jalen Durham.
Team 4. At the line for the Timberwolves, McDaniel.
First free throw is good. Minnesota making a switch here. And McDaniels drops them both. Pistons leading by 7. Pass to Bogdanovich. To Cunningham. Top of the key. And that one hits back iron.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Conley. And he gets the bucket.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're leading by 3. 1:25 left in the game. And the Pistons making a change here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass delivered. Three-pointer. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Towns. The shot missing. The Pistons go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Cunningham outside. Here he goes. Pass delivered. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Team second.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but we really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They lead by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Marvin Bagley III, second personal foul, 15 foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Edwards.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it's Detroit with the W. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge.
I won't ever love it more than my mother, and that's on my government name. I can't be no ain't hating on no one. I wish everybody get paid, cause we can't up every day. Brand new bag, college girls in my raps. Rockstar life, so much money, I'll make you laugh. Hey, they hate and you can't miss what you never had. Hey, hey.